What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and success isn't talent, intelligence, luck, or privilege, but your own self? Without a true self-confidence in your own powers, you cannot be successful or happy. This is true. If you don't get rid of the sense of inferiority and inadequacy, you're interfering with the attainment of your desired reality. Most people lack confidence not because they're incapable, but because they've been conditioned to believe that they're not enough. Society, past experiences, and often the households that we grew up in plant false beliefs that holds us back. These beliefs were sold to us, and we bought into them without questioning their validity. But don't worry, in this video, we're going to question some of those beliefs, and we're going to see if we can find some practical ways to help all of us. All right, so as we can see here with this illustration, you've got two kids, Brad and Joe. Now, both of these kids grow up in a household. The mom and the dad is a part of the household, and let's just say that they're sisters, brothers, cousins, grandma, grandpa, etc. And in this illustration, as you can see, I drew a bucket. All right, we're just going to say this is a bucket. They both have buckets. And the bucket illustrates the mind. All right, this is the mind. And both of these kids, there's nothing inside the mind. There's nothing inside that bucket. These two kids are growing up with nothing inside them. And the only way that something will get inside them is if the dad and the mom and the family programs the kid, the individual. So we've got Brad here, and let's take an example for Brad. In his household, Brad is being told that failure means don't try again. That's what's being told to Brad. That's not it. Let's keep going. Brad, you are not smart enough. Brad, don't start anything until you have perfected it. People will always judge you, Brad. Now, these are the beliefs and programs that has been given to Brad. And something that was empty not too long ago, as you can tell, is piling up. And this is just a 30-second illustration of what Brad has went through. But just imagine growing up as a kid from 0 to, let's just say, 20. Brad has been sold beliefs. Let's go to my man Joe over here. Joe, let's see what you got. So in Joe's household, he's been told that failure is a part of success. Joe, you are smart and can do anything you put your mind to. You don't have to be perfect. to start. Just improve every day. You don't need any outside validation. My man Joe over here has got a different set of beliefs. He's been told that failure is a part of success. He's been told that you're smart and can do anything that you put your mind to. You don't have to be perfect to start. Just improve every day. You don't need any outside validation. As you can see, both kids are now being programmed. They're now being sold beliefs. But remember, they started off at a level playing field. Regardless of whatever the belief is, it does not matter. They've both been sold beliefs. What happens is it puts them in a box. These are what we call limitations, right? Limitations. Brad is limited. Same for Joe. Joe is limited. Limitations. But the funny thing with limitations is that every belief has you limited. However, the difference between Brad and Joe here is that the beliefs and the limitations does not serve Brad as he grows up. He's been sold doubt, fear, scarcity, limitation, and this robs him like a thief in the dark. And it limits him in the world that he grows up in. And then we have your big man Joe over here that feels abundant. He feels that he could do whatever that he puts his mind to. So both Brad and Joe has now grown up and they have a set of beliefs. Let's take a look at them. Brad thinks in lack, doubt, fear, avoidance, external validation. And this is what Brad is telling himself, within himself. Lack. I'm not enough. I don't have enough. I don't have anything. Doubts. What if I fail? Fear. I don't want to try. I'd rather not. Avoidance. I'd rather not. External validation. I need approval of others. Brad, I don't know you, but I feel bad for you. Let's get to Joe. I like Joe. With Joe, his beliefs are now abundance. I love it. Courage. Possibility. Internal validation. Abundance. There's more than enough. Courage. I will try even if I fail. Possibility. What if it works? Internal validation. I could care less what you think about me. I love Joe. I could care less what they think about me. Man, let's clap for Joe and his household. No, I'm just kidding. So now both of these kids are adults. They've grown up. And as you can see, Brad has a lot of beliefs and programs that is not serving him. You talk to Brad and Brad is scared. You talk to Brad and Brad only thinks failure. I will fail. 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 Brad, try it. No, I'm scared. Every day you ask scared. And then you have Joe that says, let's go do it. What if we fail? Who cares? We can always improvise. We can always find something better. And Joe is winning in life. And Brad can't seem to figure out what is going on. But he does not know that it is the programs and the beliefs that has hurt his confidence, that is not serving him, that is limiting him in life. So let's fix Brad. Because Brad is going through it. And that's a lot of you. A lot of you are going through this. There's no confidence. There's no possibilities. There's nothing that you could do to attain the desired reality that you want. So we're going to fix that. I was sold some false beliefs and I need help. Don't worry. I got you. Let's try and see if we can come up with some practical ways to help you out. Practical ways or solution or whatever you want to say. First things first is you must unlearn. Unlearn. Before we get further into it, you have to get rid of the false beliefs. Now, you may say that, well, Clinton, I don't know. I don't know. I grew up in a household and everything that you're saying, it makes sense, but how can I unlearn something that I don't know? Look at your life. Do you get up and you're excited? Or you confident in yourself? If all those is not true, then that means there's some beliefs that is not serving you. So you have to start unlearning them. And how do you do that? Become aware. So let's take that example of Brad. Brad, now old Brad, with the false beliefs that was programmed by his dad and mom, saying that I'm not good enough. Now, if you're Brad, what you have to do is become aware of it, those beliefs, and channel it. Instead of saying I'm not good enough, I'm always improving. Instead of saying I need external validation, you have to say, I could do all things through Christ, which strengthened me. Boom. So now, if Brad really starts doing that on learning before he piles up extra information, because confidence doesn't come from just adding more to it. You have to remove those false beliefs that it's not serving you before you can become confident and attain your desired reality. So Brad needs to start becoming aware of those thoughts, of those negativity that is not serving him. So next is repetition. Repetition is the mother of learning. Once you start to unlearn those false beliefs and you're becoming confident, the brain and the mind cannot stay empty for a long time. This is Brad. Once he starts unlearning and taking away all those false beliefs, he's in a clean slate. There's nothing in there. However, it cannot stay empty for a long time, because what's going to happen is, if Brad or yourself, if you don't start repeating good, positive things that serves you, society will start dumping in those negative beliefs that's not serving you. Your friends. Boom. They'll keep dumping. They will keep dumping it. Think of it as an athlete, whatever professional sport it is. Let's say basketball, soccer. They didn't drift into becoming a professional. Although we can be sitting behind the screens and yelling at them and cussing and saying that Manchester United is not good, which we all know Manchester is not good. If you're a Manchester fan, I'm sorry for you. I'm praying for you. But let's just say, Manchester United, they're not good. People are cussing at them. Bruno Fernandes is not good. But he did not drift his way to the top. What happened was repetition. He practiced. He was a part of an AAU academy. He was a part of trainers. He woke up early, ate good, make sure that he was a part of a program that was serving him to become an athlete. All right. So it was repetition, reps, constant reps to get better, to become a professional. Same thing for anything. Let's say you're going to a job interview and you're thinking that you could just wing it. You could just wing it, and you didn't practice. If you know you're going to a job interview, you need to practice. Whatever the job is that you apply for, make sure you have a set of questions and answers and repeat it to yourself. Another example is with students. They say that, oh, I'm not smart enough, Clinton. I've tried it and the information is not sticking. Is that really true? Or are you just scrolling? I think people are smart. No, they just have focus and they keep doing it again and again. So let's just say you're in calculus or you're in math. 1 + 1 is 2. 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 I'm just having fun with it. Good luck if you're in calculus. Woof, that was a tough one. But repeat to yourself. Repeat, repeat, repeat. They say fake it till you make it. There's nothing as fake it till you make it. What is that? It is not true. There's the actual principle of repetition. Because what happens is, once you keep repeating and once you start acting like the thing that you want, your subconscious and the mind and everything about you will start to believe it. But if you don't repeat, if you don't do repetition, I'm sorry, you can unlearn all that you want, but that new set of programs will not come in here. The only way it will start working once you unlearn is to repeat. Repeat, repeat, repeat. I am good enough. I am good enough. I am good enough. Failure is good for me to improvise, to get better. You start speaking good to yourself and repeat it. And even if it's not working for the first couple of days or first couple of months, you have to keep doing it so you start believing with time. All right. So, last principle that can aid you in becoming more confident to attain your desired reality. Number 3, fail. Fail. You may be wondering, what are you talking about, Clint? Fail. What do you have to lose? You already at the bottom. You're suffering. What can you do? Fail. Why don't you try? Some people will say, oh, but I can't unlearn. I can't repeat because I'll fail. Fail. What do you have to lose? Nothing is serving you anyhow. So you might as well just start. Or you say that, oh, if I start, I will stop. If I start a couple of days, I'll fall back into the, well, fail, try. You could try and fail and see if it works. If it doesn't work, okay, oops, who cares? At least you know something and you do it again. Fail. What people don't understand is that failure is a part of the success equation. It is a part of it. You have to fail. And once you start to understand that failure is a part of it, then the next thing is to relax. Relax. Don't take it too serious. If you're going to a job interview or you're doing a presentation, relax. This failure that I'm saying fail will not work if you do not do the last two. If you don't unlearn and repeat the good things to yourself, or to repeat, to practice if you're an athlete, to practice if you're going into the job interview, to practice if you're a student. If you don't repeat and start bringing in good habits and programs, then you can't do this. Because then you're going to look stupid. And then you're going to come back into this video and say, Clinton told me to fail. The only way you can relax is if you're confident, which comes from the repetition, which comes from unlearning and having new sets of belief, confidence in yourself. And so now, once you do this too, you can really fail. Because it's a part of success. And part of that failure is relaxation. Because if you know, you have repeated it, you've practiced it, then you're comfortable, you're calm, you're yourself. You can really express yourself. You can start moving with a new frequency and new energy, which will now attract the desired reality that you want. So, try it out. These are some practical ways to help build your confidence. I hope it helps you out.